1027 WNEW, the Rock of New York. Kenny Wayne Shepherd off his Trouble Is CD. That's Somehow, Somewhere, Some Way. Soul Asylum in there. And Semisonic doing Closing Time. And we're setting up the Imaginary Ballroom. And in about an hour and a half, we'll have Semisonic in the Imaginary Ballroom performing Closing Time live, I'm sure, and some other songs. Little band from Minnesota. We'll get to hang with them a little bit today.
Minnesota, land of musicians and murderers, seems lately, huh?
Murderers?
Yeah, bunch of murderers coming out of there.
Which one?
Serial killers.
Serial killers?
Yeah.
Who was from Minnesota?
I was watching like A&E.
Oh.
And then there was a bunch of them out of...
With Bill Curtis?
Bill Curtis. I love those shows, but then it's hard to sleep after that. You have nightmares. It's all real life. It's too real.
I sleep like a baby after I see something like that. Sure.
Yeah.
It's Opie and Anthony.
Hey.
How are you? I guess today's the day. Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah.
Giving her little testimony. You know Ken the Star is going to leak the info to the press immediately.
Someone will.
So we're going to find out some juicy stuff later on this afternoon, I'm sure.
Everything about the stain and what happened during her visits to the White House. Well, Bill's taking it pretty casually.
Well, I got an observation, though.
What?
You know, the heat is turned on Bill Clinton again.
Yeah.
And guess what is happening in the Middle East?
Oh, yeah.
Saddam Hussein is popping up again. We got some problems with those guys once again. It always seems to coincide with the problems Bill has back home here.
What a coincidence, yeah.
I am going to go on record and say that Bill Clinton and Saddam Hussein are drinking buddies.
You think they're in cahoots?
They're in cahoots, without a doubt.
I'm having a little trouble over here again. Things are getting a little hot. There, Saddam could... Look. We'll say you did this. I promise I won't bomb you. And just start making some noise.
Yeah.
Anti-American rhetoric. Please.
Yeah, he's helping them out.
I'm hurting here. That stain is mine.
Right. He'll send them over some Baywatch tapes, and Saddam Hussein will help them out of another jam. So
yeah.
I'm convinced of it, because it always pops up at the same time. Directly proportional to the president's problems.
True.
Is what is going on in the Middle East.
I don't think he'll skirt this one, though. We'll see what happens. Monica's talking right now. Skirt the issue. She's talking right now. So we'll see what happens.
All right. We're ready to rock here. 212-757-1027. Whoa, phone line's ringing like crazy already. Cool. If you're at work, you want to fax us, 212-957-WNEW. And if you want to send feedback to the WNEW studios, it must be really important, though. Please. Click on our pictures on the WNEW website, and you could, whip off an email right to the studio, okay?
Yeah.
Coming back with some Aerosmith and Led Zeppelin next. 1027 WNEW, the Rock of New York. Aerosmith, the latest from them, from the Armageddon soundtrack. What Kind of Love Are You On? There was a little blurb in the paper about Steven Tyler and Perry and the gang. They were swimming with sharks in an aquarium.
Yeah, I heard about that. They put on some scuba gear and went into the shark tank.
Now, looking like Steven Tyler, isn't that dangerous? The sharks could, mistake him for, largemouth bass or something. Why would you want to swim with sharks in an aquarium tank? Pretty crazy.
That's all right. What are the sharks going to do, bite him?
I guess.
Go on like an acid trip that a fish has never had before. What did I eat, man? Whoa, I'm tripping.
It's pretty bizarre.
Yeah, well, I guess when you're a big rock star, you can do whatever you want. I want to swim with the sharks.
Then you get to do that.
We'll set that right up for you.
Let's see if we could swim with some fish at the aquarium.
Swim with any sharks?
No.
Out of here. What do I want to do that for?
Speaking of bizarre, story of the day. You hear about this guy in Scotland? This is going to gross you out, I know it. John Kamikaze, Scotland's self-styled Prince of Pain. This was in all the papers today. Set a stomach-churning world record when he spent 15 minutes suspended in midair by meat hooks embedded in his back. A smiling kamikaze with 8 meat hooks stuck in his back and one in each leg said pain was all in the mind.
And he lacks a mind, so I guess he didn't feel pain.
It didn't hurt a bit. It's just a case of mind over matter, said Kamikaze. I'm perfectly happy. The only thing that hurts is a blister on my foot from walking about too much yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
And then the news story ends. Not surprisingly, the stunt has never before been attempted.
You remember idiots like that in school? They used to just do things just so they could... Like they'd be out in the middle of the winter without their coat on. I'm not cold.
Yeah.
I'm not cold. And you knew they were cold. Like, yeah, I'll do that. I can wrap myself over the head with a hammer. It doesn't hurt. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
Trying to prove something.
So, lovely. Thank you.
I think it hurt him.
Of course it did.
He's lying.
Meat hooks in your back? My God. All right, we're getting a ton of requests for the Big Willie Pop commercial. Monica Lewinsky currently testifying, I believe, as we speak here. We're going to try to get some audio of Monica Lewinsky testifying?
Yeah. I think we could dig that up.
We do have some connections, and we're going to try to get some of that audio on the air for you in a little bit. But here's the Big Willie Pop commercial. 1027 WNEW, where rock lives with Eddie Money. You're hanging with Opie and Anthony, and at Shea, the Mets have just tied up the Giants in the bottom of the ninth. It's 8-8, no outs, 2 men on, looking good for the Mets at Shea.
On this beautiful day for baseball, a high fly ball deep to center field.
Actually, we got the sound down because, honestly, the baseball announcers are useless. Completely useless.
Yeah, they seem to not pay much attention to the game, quite frankly. When they're yapping to each other, they could just be talking, and then it's just consequential thing that they might throw in a play.
Actually, the game is getting in the way of their conversation, is what it is.
Yeah.
But they can do 2 things at one time, which is pretty cool. They tell the stories and call the game at the same time.
Yes, I was out with the wife last night. You know, we went to this lovely restaurant down there in the west side, the pitch wide for ball 3. Great thing, big plate of pasta. It was fantastic. Had a great time. You know, I saw down there that one high and wide for ball 3.
He said ball 3 already.
Oh, sorry.
He walks them.
There you go.
See, he doesn't even pay attention.
I know, he didn't pay attention to the game, and he called the wrong play there. So
that one going deep.
Yeah.
So what'd you do last night? And picked off to end the inning.
All right. Well, now the bases are loaded, no outs. I think it's a gimme. It's a win at this point. All right.
You know what I'm looking at here in the paper? Mark McGwire. If he breaks Roger Maris's record, he will not buy the ball.
Well, first of all, with this home run record thing, everyone is talking about Mark McGwire. Sammy Sosa.
Right, I know, but, you know, McGuire's ahead.
Barely, though. It's getting a lot tighter and closer. And I still think Ken Griffey Jr. actually is going to set the record.
Well, they asked McGwire if he would buy the ball. He says, no. I don't care. What do I want it for? I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to spend a dime for it.
Why does he have to buy the ball that he, set the record with? Shouldn't they just give it to him? He set the record. Here you go, pal. Congratulations.
Baseball memorabilia these days is just worth a fortune. And that ball, experts are saying, when the record is broken, it is going to be worth, get this, in excess of $1 million.
No. Someone's going to get killed trying to get that ball when they hit that out.
Exactly.
Let's go back to when Hank Aaron set the record. Remember all the people in the stands with the big fish nets and stuff?
The pool, like the skimmer you use for a pool.
Yeah.
That's what people were using. But it's going to be worth in excess of $1 million thrown out into a probably drunk crowd. I mean, think about it. Think if a poor 7-year-old kid catches that ball.
Yeah.
Or it kind of hits and starts rolling under the seats. There's $1 million. There's a lottery ticket.
Yeah,
rolling down under the seats.
I was going to say, you think Powerball was a problem in Connecticut?
Yeah.
This is a major problem.
People are going to kill for it. And there's no saying when it's going to happen, where it's going to happen, where in the stands it's going to go, so they can't have police everywhere. I bet you someone gets hurt real bad.
No, that wouldn't be cool.
I got the hand of the 7-year-old boy and the ball. Amazing. I hacked it off with a machete.
And some fat drunken slob, he will run over the 7-year-old to try, to get that ball. So
I like the morons that don't even know anything and they're all drunk and there might be this record-breaking ball that goes in the stands and they throw it back.
Yeah.
Hey, screw you! You just threw away about $10,000, you idiot.
You think Al Sharpton will be in the stands trying to catch that ball?
I gotta pay off the Tawana Brawler trial. Come on!
The big catcher's mitt on.
Come on, baby. Papa needs a new pair of shoes. Bring it on.
Instead of a catcher's mitt, he could use that medallion to try to catch the ball when it's into the stands.
Mark McGuire, come light my fire. Bring it on.
Very nice. All right. The Imaginary Ballroom is being set up for Semisonic. They should be here sometime in the 4 o'clock hour. They'll be doing closing time live. They're playing tonight with Soul Asylum and Matchbox 20, and we'll get to talk to them and hang with them a little bit. On the way, we got the Rolling Stones, 7 Mary 3 next, and if you got something for the show, just give us a call, 212-757-1027. It's over. Mets won. Bottom of the ninth with Lil Riley. 1027 WNEW, The Rock of New York. Here's 7 Mary 3. Over your shoulder. 1027 WNEW, where rock lives. The Who from Who's Next. It's Opie and Anthony. The Imaginary Ballroom is set and ready to go. We just need a band. Semisonic coming in just a bit here. They're playing with Soul Asylum and Matchbox 20 tonight at the PNC Bank Arts Center. Jones Beach tomorrow night, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully they'll be here soon.
Dow's up 30 points at the close today.
So we're making a slight comeback, right?
We're coming back.
Slowly but surely. We came back 59 points yesterday, another 30 today.
Our stocks, Opie, went up today, too. We're up 7/16.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's...
Let me do the math, 7/16.
Split it.
Split it up and, made $2.28 each.
Yeah, each.
All right.
Don't get that confused. I'm going to invest in a company that makes those big wraparound old people's glasses. Those big, because every old person I see out there, when it's sunny out, got the big Terminator glasses on with the vents in the side.
I just don't think it would be a good stock, because then when the sun goes away, you can't really depend on those glasses.
Well, then I'll go with the company, because there's a lot more people living a lot longer these days.
Yeah.
So you got to start investing in things that old people use. So I'm going to get the polyester pants that go up to the men's nipples and the little thin belts that hold them there. That's what I want, the shorts and the long pants.
Do you think a store actually sells those pants?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. They got to pull them up, because I guess when you get old, getting old sucks. God. I guess when you get old, your hips disappear or something. So you got to pull your pants up above now your belly.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? And then just wrench that belt down so you can see the white socks and the patent leather white shoes with the fringe on top. What does that look?
That's their golf shoes.
And they're wearing the golf shoes walking through the streets of Manhattan. The golf shirt.
Oh, by the way, it's a spray paint hair alert today.
Yes, it is above 80 degrees, so it is a spray paint hair alert.
Yes, so you might not want to, put the spray paint hair on today.
If you're doing the comb over and then you're using that spray paint, that Ronco spray head stuff, it will melt at temperatures above 80 degrees or so.
And it will drip into your eyes, so...
Yeah, just wind up looking like the guy from The Crow, the movie The Crow. Black running down your face.
Very good.
Watch it.
What do you got? Hi, what's up?
Is this Opie and Anthony?
Yes.
I think you guys are great.
Hey, thank you.
Fantastic. Anyway, I'm a new listener to the show. I think you're great.
Hey, thanks.
Terrific. Did I win anything?
Oh, you buttered us up because you thought we'd give you something.
No, that's not true.
Wow, we thought you actually liked our show. That's terrible.
I cannot believe I got through. My husband is going to be so excited.
We thought we finally made a friend.
You did
I feel just like that episode of the Brady Bunch where Greg thought the girl liked him, but it was only because he was the judge in the cheerleading contest. Damn!
No, your bits are great. It's nice, it's new, it's refreshing.
All right.
And it's funny.
But I like 7-Up.
But I don't have any Elton John tickets.
You don't have any Elton John?
No.
You don't?
No, of course I don't. That's what we should do, is get a pile of Elton John tickets. We can win over this audience.
Yeah.
Butter us up and tell us how much you like us, and we'll give you Elton John tickets.
Well, I love Elton John.
You think we rate around here? You think Opie and Anthony actually have the Elton John tickets?
Please.
Scott Muni is sitting on the whole pile right now in his office.
I'm sure he is.
We don't have tickets to the guy that plays the saxophone in the subway.
All right, have a good afternoon.
Thanks a lot, guys.
All right.
Bye.
And now your New York Knicks.
That's like the sports song, you know?
Sure is.
1027 WNEW, where rock lives. ELO, Fire on High, and the Bodines closer to free from Party of 5.
So, Party of 5.
Well, that's why I paused, because I knew you'd lose it. Just to mention a party of 5 and Anthony loses it.
Let me just get the picture of Jennifer Love Hewitt in my head.
Okay, you got it there.
All right. Oh. Damn, Carson keeps getting stuck in my head now. She's going out with him.
Yes. Whoa, I hear open up the door.
What do we got? Sound check on it?
Yeah, Semisonic is sound checking in the imaginary ballroom.
All right. Cool.
All right, thanks.
Now it just ended.
All right, close the door. All right.
I like drum checks. When you... All right, give me a cake. Boy, that's entertaining.
Yeah.
All right, give me a snare. Boom. Go around the kid. Cymbals. Oh, shut up, Ray. That's when you know you're in the club too early. Yeah. They're doing that. Maybe I should have stayed home for another couple hours. All right, gotta get the bass.
I like the guy that just says mic check over and over again. In the back.
Check,
Mic
check,
check.
2, check, 1, check. Check. More. Monitor. Check.
In the back. Check.
Give me another beer. You guys are great. Yeah. Woo! Do the check song again.
All right, we're gonna have Semisonic in here in a little bit when they get their sound check over with.
Mm-hmm.
Giants tackle the Bengals Saturday at 7:05. The Giants rock right here on 102.7 WNEW all season long. And we got a pretty cool facts here. Opie and Anthony, I work in New Jersey, but I live in New York. I hate these New Jersey Giant fans.
Uh-oh.
When I think of the Giants, I picture LT smoking crack in the locker room, Fat Bill Parcells running off the field in the 80s, and some punk pelting one of the coaches with a snowball. At least us Jet fans are known for more tangible offenses, such as fires in the stands and beer bans because of rowdiness. Come to think of it, I'm moving to Dallas. Signed, Joe Namath. So.
Joe Namath.
All right.
All right, man.
All right, next time we talk, we'll have Semisonic in the studio, so stick around for that. Also, on the way, we'll do some Days of the New, and U2 next by request. 102.7 WNEW, The Rock of New York with U2. It's Opie and Anthony, and they're finally here. We got Jake, John, and Dan at Semisonic. Hey,
hello,
in the
hello,
NEW
guys.
studios.
Can we talk yet?
Yeah, you can talk.
Everything okay now?
Everything's okay.
I need to check those bongos a little further. Maybe later on we can have a little more time to do that.
So what's up, guys? How long you been in New York?
This morning.
Yeah,
This morning.
Have you seen anything really cool out there on the streets?
A lot of tall buildings out there.
Yeah, boy, oh boy, you got some tall buildings. We're from Minneapolis, you know.
My neck is just like screwed up.
Are you like all the other tourists and you're constantly staring up?
Craning.
That's how we know you guys are from out of town.
I hope that guy gives me back the $20 I loaned him.
You know,
you
can tell we're visitors because we keep telling everyone that this place is so beautiful. And you know, when you say that to someone who lives here, they give you kind of a sour grunt. You know,
beautiful?
whatever.
Yeah, the visitors are all saying, I think it's a wonderful mosaic of people and cultures.
Mosaic, all right.
Every day there's something different on the streets out there. So
Different bodily fluid.
Yeah.
There's actually one that seems to be the main one.
Yeah. What were you saying? Oh, you didn't want to get into
bodily fluid that I always recognize on the street.
Oh, the smell. The smells in New York are pretty special, too, huh?
Yeah. You really need to drive pretty far out of town in Minneapolis to smell that particular smell. Really got to get into the farmland.
It's still winter up there. When does the snow actually...
Hey, wait a minute. Well, that's not fair.
We're shots at our town,
here to
right?
make fun of you.
It's the first week of August, which is summertime.
What's that?
The first week of August is the official start of 7 days of summer.
Why are we here then, Jake? Why aren't we like lounging on our Barca lounges?
Foolish.
You guys get to play golf a week a year up there.
Yeah, we had that. What is it? Labor Day is coming up in like 3 days for us. Is that the deal?
It's over.
Memorial Day was last weekend, and Labor Day is tomorrow.
Yeah, Minnesota.
What did you guys do up there, like, before you started playing music?
Oh, we were going stir crazy.
Were you? I mean, what's there to do in Minneapolis?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think the reason there's so many bands there is because really there's nothing. I mean, you've got to just get your guitar and go down into the basement and survive, on rations for the next.
People
3
go
months.
out and rock in the most unlikely conditions. So you'll see people standing in snowmobile suits in parking lots, clapping their hands together, preparing to rock.
Although when you have those gloves on, the goat horns of rock approval don't look as cool because you can't can't see the fingers.
You can't see with the mittens.
It's just like a mitten. So the people stand there with their mittens held up, but you don't know if they're giving you the horns of coolness or not.
The stage guys, the stage hands in Minneapolis all have snow shovels in case of any problems on stage during the show. They can dig out your amp and get to it.
We've got to start selling our town a little more positively.
Damn, really?
Minneapolis rocks.
Well, a lot of music coming out of Minneapolis these days.
Totally.
You know, we talked to Johnny Lang last week. He was really cool.
Amazing.
And we found out he's a Prince fan, and you guys are into Prince a little bit, too, huh?
Hugely.
Have you guys hung out with Prince? Have you seen him around town?
For us, there's not been a lot of hanging out with Prince. There's been passing him in hallways and sort of a muted, hey, what's up, kind of a situation. But
is he as bizarre as they say?
Yeah, I can't imagine just hanging with him anyway.
Well, Prince?
How would you?
Everyone from Minneapolis is like Prince, so we don't know if, maybe from the outside perspective, he would seem kind of strange. But,
I just couldn't picture, him going, yeah, come on in, we'll watch the Three Stooges.
Yeah, right. I've got this video I've been wanting to see.
Maybe in New York, having a symbol for your name is considered strange. But in Minneapolis, we're a little more open-minded.
The guy is like, he's our godhead. He's like he's the best thing that came through town for years and years, and he makes amazing albums, and we're, kind of starstruck by him.
Yeah, you can't grow up there without being influenced.
We do a couple songs of his, actually, which
that's what I heard.
I don't know if he would like our version of Erotic City or not, but we think it rocks. Maybe that's,
All right. Good deal. So why are you guys called Semisonic? I mean, is there more to the band?
That's the name of the group.
That's
how did we come up with it?
Yeah, I mean, why aren't you guys Sonic?
You're fully Sonic or somewhat Sonic?
Yeah, you're just semi-Sonic.
I just thought it was, I don't know, I thought it was a really cool sounding name, and then after a long sales pitch to John and Jake, they falsely concluded it was a cool sounding name too, and that was the name of the band.
All right, I got to ask you something then. All right, so there were other names that you were thinking of for the band, right?
What was there? There was like World Destruction 2000.
Rocksplosion
97.
Yeah. But then we figured we'd have to be changing our name all
Every
the time.
year.
Like Match Game.
Or
the old game show, Match Game 72.
76 or whatever.
Yeah. So we...
So Semisonic was the best
It was
name.
the simplest of a lot of really complicated,
I know when you're younger, band names, you pick the name that could look the coolest when your girlfriend draws it on the notebook. In real pointy metallic letters.
Yeah, we actually sent ours out to 100 teenage girls and had them draw out on notebooks. Once it came back, we knew it was a great name.
There's 2 eyes for you to put little balloons over.
Or hearts or whatever. Whatever you feel is
bubbly,
appropriate.
puffy hearts.
Yeah. Little teddy bears go cool over the eyes, too.
Yeah. Now, the inspiration for closing time. You guys hang out in bars a lot, obviously.
Yeah, we've spent a lot of time. We've spent a lot of time being gently convinced by the last employee that it's time to go.
Yeah.
That, guys, we really love having you around, and we like your music, but the lights are out, and there's no one but me and the janitor. You've got to go.
The inspiration for the song really was that John and I said to Dan, we're going out to party. Why don't you come up with a good song? We'll see you tomorrow.
Stay home. Try to have some fun on your lonesome.
We'll be thinking about you.
All right, you guys want to head into the Imaginary Ballroom and play?
Yeah,
sure.
Cool.
Okay.
Is that what that place is?
What are all those imaginary people doing in there?
Exactly. All right, we're going to play pay some bills. Sorry, and we'll be back with Semisonic from the Imaginary Ballroom next. Stay there. The Rock of New York, 102.7 WNEW. That's Truly from Grantley, Buffalo. Another artist that played in the Imaginary Ballroom a while back, and we just had Semisonic doing closing time in the Imaginary Ballroom. Got to thank those guys for stopping on by.
Sounded great.
They sounded really, really good. If you missed their live performance of closing time, we'll be playing that from time to time here at NEW, all right? And they're playing tomorrow night at the PNC Banks Art Center with Matchbox 20 and Soul Asylum. Tickets still available. If you can't go tomorrow night, they're playing Saturday. God, wow, it's Thursday already?
Mm-hmm.
This week flew by. They're playing Saturday at Jones Beach. All right.
Cool.
So Opie and Anthony. Anthony, how long have we been here at NEW?
I know it's like our 30th show.
31st show, whatever.
Somewhere around there.
We've been here about 2.5 months, okay? Sales staff at NEW, they work about 20 minutes a day, as we all know by now.
Yeah, so the odds of them actually hitting and getting a sale for our show is pretty slim.
Well, Anthony, big day on the Opie and Anthony Show.
What?
We have our first brand new advertiser to the Opie and Anthony Show. Yes, and if you want to be a future advertiser on the Opie and Anthony show, give the sales staff a call. They work about 15 to 20 minutes a day, starting at 9 in the morning.
All right, let me guess.
Okay. All right.
Budweiser.
No.
Coca-Cola.
No.
Let me think.
Gotta lower your standards just a little bit. Just a little.
RC Cola.
No.
Okay. I'm thinking. Like Goodyear tires.
No, car dealership.
God, let's see. GMC.
No. It's a little small car dealership.
All right.
Called Clean Motors. Gotta welcome them to the Opie and Anthony family, our latest sponsor on the show, and here's their commercial.
All right.
102.7 WNEW, the Rock of New York, a band from Florida. That's Creed and My Own Prison. Those guys have played live for us in the past. Maybe we could get them in the imaginary ballroom in the future. You never know. Actually, we got Harvey Danger scheduled for next Tuesday, I believe. Flagpole Sitta.
Yep.
So make sure you check that out. Too bad if you're just tuning in, you missed Semisonic doing closing time from the Imaginary Ballroom. Sounded great, and we'll be playing that live version from time to time here on NEW. It's Opie and Anthony. Hey, what's up? Thanks for checking us out once again today. We appreciate it.
As we always do.
Yes, we need the listeners, obviously.
Well, it looks like Reverend Al is saying that Pagonis is not for real, he says. Because, well, Stephen Pagonis, of course, won a little settlement against Sharpton, Mason, and Maddox for the Tawana Brawley debacle.
Yeah, they got to pay him some like $300,000.
Yeah, $65,000 of which should come from Al Sharpton.
Yes.
So Stephen Pagonis just said, hey, I want to start some healing here, and maybe me and Al Sharpton should get together in the name of, peace and understanding.
Yeah, maybe in a cage match.
Yeah. Well, Al Sharpton replies, he knows those comments would get him in the media. He's just looking for media coverage. If he was sincere, I would have no problem meeting with him. Remember, I met the man who stabbed me. Remember when Al got stabbed?
Yes, I do.
So he's saying...
is he going to appeal this decision then?
That's what it says right here. He will be appealing the jury decision for the money. And he said his phone has been ringing off the hook with offers to pay his debt. Can you believe that?
Come on, ring it off the hook.
Wait a minute.
Here he comes, everyone.
I told you I've been vindicated.
Al Sharpton.
I told you.
What the hell's going on?
Vindicated.
So, Al, your phone's ringing off the hook. People want to pay your fine for you?
Ringing off the hook. I set up my Al Sharpton Pay My Fine hotline. My motto, got $1? Give me a holler. The charges stuck, send Al a buck. What the heck? Send your government check.
Come on, Al.
I need the cash. So call the Pay My Fine hotline at 1-999-KISS-MY-ASS.
All right.
And leave the last S off. That's S for send me more money. I'm too fat to go to jail.
Hey, your hair's looking awfully nice today.
I can't afford hair care products. It's the humidity. It's making me look like Link from the Mod Squad. I gotta press this sucker down.
All right, get Al out of the studio. Bye, Al. Get out of here.
Been vindicated.
Yeah. 102.7 WNEW, where rock lives. Dave Edmonds. I hear you knocking. Good cruising song, huh?
Yeah.
It's Opie and Anthony. Oh, by the way, to the person that was flying a kite on the Grand Central Parkway 2 days ago, I got your kite. We haven't even talked about that on the air yet.
It's by the Van Wyck.
The Van Wyck
and the LIE.
Right, okay. We're driving home, and all of a sudden this kite is just flying over traffic.
Yeah, for some reason people fly kites right near the landing pattern for JFK.
Yeah, that makes me feel safe next time I'm flying into town.
So we're whizzing down the expressway, which is rare in itself, and a kite comes flying across the road.
Yeah.
And I missed it, but the string got twisted on my antenna. And I was flying a kite at about 80 miles an hour.
So now you're flying the kite off your antenna.
Oops.
And then traffic was delayed because then the kite is bouncing all over the road. Everyone had to slow down.
That's where people fly their kites.
So people were late because someone was flying a kite.
People still do that, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. Hey, what do you got on the instant feedback?
Well, Jay from Jersey has an interesting observation.
All right.
These makeshift roadside memorials. Says, I see it all over the place. I can't drive 2 miles without passing a wooden cross draped in flowers on the side of the road. Crosses everywhere. It is tragic that so many people died on the road, but it amazes me that so many others feel the need to go home to their workshops and make crosses to mark the spot of the accident. My question's this. Why are Jews better drivers than Christians? I just drove 20 miles, and I don't recall seeing one Star of David adorning the highway median. I saw 3 crosses, though. Either Jews are better drivers, or they just aren't as good at woodworking.
Oh, man.
Jay from Jersey.
That's a pretty good observation, actually. When I pass those, it just gives me the creeps.
Yeah, why would anyone do that? I mean, I understand the feeling of loss and everything, but why mark the spot?
Why would you want to be reminded where it all happened?
X marks the spot.
Yeah.
It's like the big tree with the big chunk of bark taken out of it. And it's even worse when you pass by and you see, like, little stuffed animals.
I know.
Like, ooh, that hurt.
It's just not good whatsoever.
Wear your damn seatbelts.
All right. Why is everyone coming in and out of the studio?
What now?
We're broadcasting here.
Okay, thank you. No one notices that we're trying to do a radio show.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool. Jimi Hendrix on the way and the Wallflowers. 102.7 WNEW, where rock lives. It's Opie and Anthony. We got to congratulate the NEW softball team. They got their first win of the season yesterday.
Woo! Wow.
Earl, is that true? You guys actually won a game yesterday?
Yes, we did.
Now, you guys were playing the Clowns, right?
Yes, we were.
They were playing, so you made them play with their stilts on? Is that the only way we got a win out of this? Or?
No, there's only one client.
One clown.
The shortstop was on a unicycle. Did they take the field? Did they come out in a little car and all pile out and you were amazed how many clowns fit in the car kind of thing?
Oh, stop.
Woo, we're going to play the NEW softball team. Take the field, boys. Don't you know?
Did you make them juggle balls and play softball at the same time?
I'm going to pitch one of these 12 balls I'm juggling. Don't you know? How can I run to first with these big goofy shoes on? Don't you know? Oh, we're getting beaten by the NEW softball team. We are clowns.
All right, so you beat some clowns yesterday. Great.
Yes, we beat.
Who are you guys playing next week? The Girl Scout troop, or that game didn't come in for you?
Actually, we're playing Boar's Head next week.
Boar's Head.
Boar's Head.
Okay.
All right.
Very good. Well, congratulations. What are you guys, 1 in 15?
1 in 5.
1 in 5.
Right.
All right, very good.
Wow, regular Yankees working for them.
102.7 WNEW, where rock lives. Kansas squeezing there, and the new band Everything with Hooch. When I hear that song when I'm cruising around, you got to just turn it up and get your seat back, and you just kind of go with the tune.
You groove.
You do groove at that.
You
Kind of like
groove.
the same feeling you get when Low Rider comes on the radio. You just kind of mellow out for a little bit, you know?
Sure.
All right, it's Opie and Anthony. How are you, bro?
Very good.
Yeah?
Very good. I was looking through the paper. Do you realize there's a booby bar right near where we live?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want
in Huntington.
You want to go there tonight?
I didn't mean that. I just didn't know if you knew.
I know. You want to go tonight.
Let's
check it out.
I can't call.
Dude.
I don't know what happened.
Wait a minute. What do you mean you can't go?
I don't know. I think I got plans.
All right, this is what you do.
What?
I'm going to drop you off a little bit.
Yeah.
Get in a fight. Works every time, though. Get in a fight, and then we could go to the booby bar.
I'd say we go this weekend, but I don't know either. Might have planned. Something happened.
Take
I don't
off
know if
the
it's
skirt.
me. Let me get this straight. I don't know if it's just me. When guys get married, all of a sudden your weekends,
Yeah.
you have plans every weekend.
Your weekends disappear, basically.
I don't know what happened, and it never comes up. Like I go, yeah, let's go out this weekend. Oh, you can't go out. We have plans. Well, when did we make these plans? Maybe I was sitting watching the Yankee game, and some tentative plans were whispered in my ear.
Yeah.
As I'm like, Sunday rolls around. All right, you're scheduled to have your penis removed. We talked about it Wednesday. You signed the papers. I did? I signed papers to have my penis removed? You signed it. Look, right here. I told you never listen to me. See? But now I can't even say, all right, maybe this weekend we'll go to the booby bar.
You got plans.
I probably have plans. I'm booked until 2003. Every weekend.
You know what? I'm glad. You know, you spend most of your 20s going to weddings. I'm just about out of wedding hell finally.
With your buddies, yeah.
Well, when you're in your 20s, you have two lives, your work life and your wedding life. Right. Every weekend you have to travel somewhere for someone's wedding.
That's true.
I had like 8 weddings in a row one summer.
Oh.
Weekend after weekend after weekend.
That must have cost you what, like $30, $40?
Tops. Who are you kidding?
And you know, it's funny, when you get married in your early 20s, when one of your friends get married in their early 20s, and they invite your friends, they don't make out like you do if you wait until they actually get jobs. Yeah, I'm 21, I'm getting married. Hey, here's Billy, he's my best friend since I was 2 years old. Open up the envelope. There's a note. Dude, I'm a little strapped. You know I love you. I hope you and the wife do fine. And the second I get back on my feet, we're going out for a brew. What happened to the $500 check? My friends are bums.
That ain't happening.
That's why I waited.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So we're not going to go to the booby bar tonight?
I don't know. Like I said, if I don't have plans, we will go. But I probably have plans.
Should we call Jen and see if you're allowed to go to the booby bar?
Oh, no.
Why?
No, we don't want to call Jen.
Why?
I don't know. I think when I left the house, she was a little miffed at me or something.
Why would she be miffed at you?
I don't know. There's something going on. I'll get into it at a later date.
Actually, when I pulled up today and I came into your house to pick you up today,
yeah,
I felt a little tension in that house.
Was there?
I was going to discuss that with you.
Yeah, that's something about Thanksgiving plans. I don't know. Now that I live down here, and Jen's mom lived up there, and now, you know how the holiday thing goes when you're married? Mm-hmm. You have to commute every other holiday. It's like odd, even holidays. Okay, so Thanksgiving, you go up there this year, and then next year you're down here in New York, and then Christmas Eve is here, and then you go up to Massachusetts. All right, now we're spending New Year's in Guam, and then we're going to Tokyo. I don't know where I'm going, but I don't know. I'm dealing with issues, Opie.
You are.
Okay?
You are.
So if we have plans Saturday, I won't see you.
I could be like your marriage counselor. You want to get Jen on the line?
Oh, that's good. Your girlfriend's dating in Massachusetts, and you're going to be my marriage counselor. Opie's girlfriend is 200 miles away in Massachusetts dating, and he's going to counsel me.
You know,
we'll both be dating, I think.
I have to jump on a plane tomorrow just to make sure my girlfriend isn't screwing anyone. I mean, I'm not going up there to see her. I just got to.
Wow.
I got to just make sure that no one else gets to her.
No, you got to check your sheets. Not your sheets, because those can be washed. Take the sheets off and check the mattress.
The mattress?
Feel around. If you're feeling, it's like, all right, let me. Oh, honey, what have you been up to? This isn't a hairball from the cat.
Right on. 102.7 WNEW, where rock lives, Dire Straits, Lady Rider. It's Opie, it's Anthony. Got to say hi to everyone on their way to the Buffett show tonight, or if you're in the parking lot already partying and cranking out NEW. Hey, what's up? How are you? All right.
What's going on?
So we're not allowed to go to the booby bar tonight, Anthony?
I think I might have plans. I don't have a clue.
And you think you have plans all this weekend, so me and you can't hang out this weekend?
When you're in a relationship, when you're married, for some reason, a guy's free time gets dwindled down.
Okay.
And you have things called plans that are made with little or no knowledge to yourself.
Oh, great. All right.
Sorry.
Well, the listeners want to know what the real problem is. You were touching on something last break, and nothing gets over the listeners' heads. They're like, make Anthony explain what the problem is with this Thanksgiving thing.
All right. Oh, boy. Well, we had a little tension in the relationship this morning.
I noticed that when I picked you up for work.
All right. A little tension.
Yeah.
It seems that for Thanksgiving this year, I have to drive up to Massachusetts for Thanksgiving with Jen's mom, because it's her year. We alternate years with holidays. My married people know what the hell I'm talking about.
Okay.
And then I get back in the truck, and me and Jen and Jen's mom and Jen's mom's aunt drive down to New York to go see the Radio City a Christmas show.
Okay, that sounds like a lovely thing to do.
It's going to cost me a fortune.
Oh, you got to pay for this whole thing?
Well, yeah.
What do you got to pay for?
Like everything.
The tickets?
Yeah, and then it's like...
Hotels?
I mean, I love them and all, but Annie Marg's a little old. I'm not going to be getting from, street to street very quickly. Let's just say.
Oh, no.
What?
So, and you just don't want to hang out with them for 4 days? Is that it? You don't want to hang out with family members, Anthony, for 4 days?
Can I plead the fifth? I would like to plead the fifth on this issue. I did not say that.
So you can't afford this lovely Thanksgiving thing that your wife has planned, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying, Anthony?
What do you think?
Or they're not worth it, or
they hired us for millions of dollars here at NEW? Please.
All right, so you're on a budget?
Yeah.
All right. Uh-oh.
What?
Rick is giving me the sign that your wife's in line
Oh,
for.
no.
Yay.
Oh, come on. Hi, honey.
Hi.
Hey, what's up?
Nothing. What's up?
How you doing?
Fine. How are you?
How was your day?
My day was lovely.
Did you get a job?
Not yet.
Are you still looking?
Yes.
I'm not even going to talk.
Opie detected some tension when he came in.
He was in the house for all of 30 seconds.
It didn't take long.
That's all it took.
Oh, now, come on. We weren't fighting.
No.
I told you I wasn't going to have the conversation with you. I didn't want to fight. You stop giggling back there.
Now, could you...
At least I'm not dating, okay?
Could you... At least she's not dating, Opie. Could you explain the situation?
Sure.
Okay.
Stop laughing, Hope. It's not funny.
All right.
No, we're going up to Massachusetts for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And then we're going to drive back down on Friday.
All right.
And my mom and my aunt are going to come back down with us.
Okay.
And spend the weekend with us down here. And on Sunday, we're going to go to Radio City Music Hall.
Now,
to see the Christmas show.
And in all honesty, that sounds like a lovely time.
Isn't that nice?
Opie, shut up.
Ask Anthony if he wigged out or not when I told him.
I didn't wig out at the plans.
Uh-huh.
Do you know what 4 people to the Radio City Christmas show costs? It's like $8 billion.
$8 billion.
To see a guy in a Santa suit and some crapping goats and llamas. And the kickline girls that, they look good from 20 rows back because they're all about 60 years old now.
Well, that's good because we're like 25 rows back.
Well, we have to because Annie Marg is blind.
Well, now stop that.
We could just put a video of the thing and sit her in front of a big screen TV.
No, it's not
It'll be a lot cheaper. I love Annie Marg, but we went over to the house one night with a bottle of Dom Perignon before we left. It might as well have been Kool-Aid. She didn't even know it was Dom. I thought I was doing this real cool thing. I guess Dom doesn't have the same effect after 8 scotches.
Now stop that. You be nice. And second of all, she didn't ask. And what were you supposed to do? Wave it in front of her face and go, oh, look, I brought a bottle of Dom over?
No, I guess it tasted like Boone's Farm apple wine. Oh.
You're very
So now they're coming down Friday. Where are they staying till Sunday?
I don't know yet. I haven't spoken to Mom yet.
Oh, maybe we'll just put them up at the Ritz in New York.
Sure.
Might as well just jack the whole fee up to a couple of grand.
Might as well. Sounds like a great plan, honey. Can we stay there too?
We could just buy a couple of beds and keep them in the house for cheaper.
No, we've got the cats.
Well, who's allergic to cats?
Annie Marg.
She made it 90 years allergic to cats?
Yes.
How old is Annie Marg?
She's 78, I think.
78.
78.
I'm spending my Thanksgiving weekend in New York City with a 78-year-old woman.
Woohoo!
Party time!
You are so lucky she can't hear you.
If she was here, she couldn't hear me.
Stop that.
Hey,
what, Opie?
You're going to spend the weekend walking around the block with her.
Doing what?
It's going to take the weekend just to walk around the block with her, Opie.
You people are very cruel. That's very nice.
Cruel? Yeah. $2,000 worth of cruel.
Who said anything about $2,000?
What do you think this weekend's going to cost me?
Well, you got plenty of time to save up for it.
That's what you're working for now.
I know, that's what I'm going to get a job for, so I can save up so my mother and my aunt can have a nice little weekend in the city.
What, in the year 2000? Where are you going to work, flash dancers? Jesus.
Anyway, I was calling to tell you we have no plans this evening. We have none all weekend. You can go down to the titty bar tonight and stay there until Sunday. I don't care.
No, that's the I don't care. That means I really care. And you're screwed after that.
Wait, Jen, we'll all go.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll buy you a lap dance, hon.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
We'll be home by 8.
Okay.
All right. I'll see you later, hon.
Okay, bye.
There, it's all out in the open. Cool. That's great.
Yeah. The Brian Setzer Orchestra, Jump, Jive, and Well, recorded live in the Imaginary Ballroom right here on NEW. Earlier today, we had Semisonic in the Imaginary Ballroom. They definitely rocked. And, well, they didn't really rock because they were acoustic.
They rocked. You could rock. You could acoustic.
You could have rocked?
Sure.
All right. I wasn't sure. Okay.
Yeah.
But the version they play in the Imaginary Ballroom will be playing from time to time on NEW. And I got to say hi to the crew that set up Semisonic today. I felt so bad for those guys.
2 hours to set up.
At least 2 hours to set up. Band comes in, does a quick sound check, plays closing time, and then leaves. And then the crew had to break down for 2.5 hours.
Time to close.
They set up a total of 4.5 hours, and the band played for 4.5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. That's how it goes.
All right.
Topsy-turvy world of rock and roll. Wow, a lot of guys emailing about my wife calling in.
Yeah.
Says, John from Jersey City says, Anthony, don't complain. Your wife sounds much nicer than my ex. During an argument about where to go for Thanksgiving, I once told her mom to stick a drumstick in her ass. Let's just say it didn't score big points with the mother-in-law. I ended up banned from Thanksgiving that year, which actually turned out to be great. I stayed home, ate what I wanted, and got to watch the football games uninterrupted for once in my life.
What's his name?
John, Jersey City.
John, you know, my new hero.
Yeah, without a doubt. All right, we got to get out of here. It's getting late. Matt Devoti on your radio next. What do you got tonight, Matt? Oh, yeah. Fastball will be at the Bowery Ballroom tomorrow. And you got tickets?
No, Muni took them like you're Elton John. I got Zamfir at the Bowery Garage. They took all the good tickets. Yeah, we'll have Fastball a little bit later on.
Okay, very cool. And tomorrow, are we doing Charlton Heston Traffic one last time?
Yeah,
possibly?
Chuck wants to bring his horses in. And
all right, we'll do that, and we'll have more stupidity tomorrow. Thanks for checking us out.